Houston. Welcome to the I Can't Do This podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Davis, and today I am with
Sandra Cannady.
Sandra. Yeah, that's better. Introduce yourself, Sandra.
My name is Sandra Cannady. I am a fifth year at Loyola University, and I am part of the women's basketball team from Houston, Texas.
From Houston, Texas.
Houston, Texas.
Yeah, I'm from Dallas, so me and Houston don't really get along. I don't really like Houston. I think Houston is the New Orleans of Texas.
That is a wild thing to say.
That
is a wild thing to say for real, actually.
Why is that? It's the same place. Y'all have, okay.
New Orleans.
Yes.
You cannot compare New Orleans to Houston. That's comparing apples to kiwis.
No, it's comparing apples to apples, actually. Because Houston, well, the parts that I've been to have just been, dirty and stuff.
Okay, I do understand some of that, but like New Orleans and Houston.
Same place. Except Houston's more expensive. That's the only difference.
It's cleaner. It smells better. It has better food.
What part of Houston are you from?
Better people.
The Woodlands?
The Woodlands. Apparently, it's North Houston, but I've been saying Houston because, like, everybody doesn't know the Woodlands.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But we're just going to talk about your basketball career.
All right.
Because apparently you're good at basketball.
Apparently.
And that's what, every time I look on Instagram, it's Sandra's the player of the week. And I'm just like, what did Sandra be doing? And I went to one of your games.
One of them.
I did go to one of them.
One or two out of my whole.
Well, I don't get invited to go to the games, so
it's fine.
Get an invite and I will.
Okay.
How many baseball games have you been to?
Like 3.
Exactly. So I don't want to talk about none of that.
That's more than you have come to ours.
That is not true. I used to go to a lot of your games.
It's also more convenient to go to our games.
That is true.
I don't have a vehicle.
Oh, that's right.
I have an excuse.
You know what's funny? We were hitting today, and at our indoor facility or whatever, and the Xavier team was there too, and they were like, "We play Xavier, right?"
Yeah.
And they said, "Oh, for our Xavier game, tell the women's basketball team to show up." I don't know.
I know one person on the baseball team. Actually, I know 2, but like I would say, like I know like 1.5.
I was like, I don't know why, but they must like y'all for real. That's crazy.
That's actually really funny.
But when did you start playing basketball?
I started really playing basketball my 7th grade year.
Really?
And then, yeah, because I played soccer first, and then like I like to play with my sister, so like I was on a team for probably 3 games, but it wasn't like a real league or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I started like playing for like in 7th grade, and then I did AAU after that year, and then I guess that's when my basketball career really started. In
7th grade at AAU? People don't play like after they wait that long to start a sport. Usually they're not very good at it. So that's very surprising that you started in 7th grade and you're like good at basketball.
I think my parents played basketball and then my sister played basketball, so I guess it was in my blood.
You have a sister?
Yes. You don't. Yes. I have one older sister.
Who's that? Do I know her? No.
You probably met her one. You met her one time.
What's
Did
her name?
One time?
What's
Lauren.
Her name? Lauren. Why do you have so many Laurens in your family?
My mom's Lauren. My cousin's Lauren. My sister's Lauren.
All I know is the Lauren that went to Xavier.
That Lauren. Lauren is my Lauren.
That's your sister?
Lauren. Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was your cousin too or something.
Oh, wait, no, I just now lied to you. The one that goes to Xavier right now.
That used to go to Xavier. The one that, yeah.
With the short hair. Or she had braids in. I don't remember.
But you do have a sister named Lauren?
I do have a sister named Lauren.
And she went to Xavier?
Yes.
She's not there anymore?
No.
So, yeah, I think that's the same one. Okay,
yes.
So I did know her. So you played soccer too?
Yes. That was my first sport that I really enjoyed. But whenever I got to middle school or like junior high, it was like, I don't know. It just was like doing a lot.
It was doing a lot. What else were you doing?
Which is like weird. Oh, and then like the club team that I had played on, like my coach had left and stuff like that. So it's just kind of like, I'll just do whatever is easier.
They didn't have a soccer team at your middle school?
They did, but our school started at 8 o'clock. They wanted us there at 6 a.m. and I'm just.
So you're saying no?
I'm sorry, I was just not doing that.
I got up in middle school for 6 a.m. for basketball.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know why I ever stopped. My parents didn't stop me from stopping either. And I'm not gonna put that on them.
You just decided to stop playing.
But it was just I'm kind of done.
So, year 7th grade, when you started playing basketball, is that when you stopped playing soccer too? So you didn't play soccer in high school at all?
Mm-mm.
Really?
And then when I was going to, it was like, they make you choose like sports. So like I ran track in high school. I was going to do volleyball in high school too. It was just too much.
Yeah.
So and then like, basketball is like basically all year. So chose basketball, stuck with basketball.
So were you good in high school?
Like
in basketball? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, you would say so?
Mm-hmm.
You were on varsity freshman year or what?
I was, but then my coach was not playing me like I deserved to be played, so I moved myself down to JV. Okay. And then the last 3 years I played on varsity.
Last 3 years you played on varsity? Yeah. That's pretty cool. How was what was recruiting like?
I got most of my recruiting from AAU.
Uh-huh.
A lot of them were like, Like whenever I went on the visits, I don't know, I just didn't feel like being there.
At the school?
Yeah,
so like what schools did you visit?
Visited Sam Houston, Drury University, that's in Missouri, Northwestern. I visited Loyola. I visited Tulane, or I went to camp at Tulane. I feel like there was nothing.
You visited Loyola?
Yeah.
No, I didn't even know Loyola was a school. Like I've never heard of this school before I even came here.
Well, my parents are from New Orleans. That's really the way.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. Oh. My mom is. So I feel like there was another one. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. And I think also in high school, a lot of people were in my ear like, you are so good. You can go D1. You can go D1. Mm-hmm. So I was like set on just going to a D1, then going to a D1 that I like looked nice and I felt like comfortable in. Mm-hmm. And I think that's why I kind of like, Loyola didn't really want to be here. And right whenever I came here, when I got back, I had got offered. I went to a camp at Loyola. Mm-hmm. Got offered from Sam Houston. So I was just like, actually, I'm not going to like go on like a real visit.
So you ended up going to Sam Houston for your first year. You stayed there the entire freshman year?
Yes, and COVID saved me.
And COVID saved you? Yes. What was your first year like?
Absolutely terrible.
Why?
Well, you don't get prepared for college basketball.
Like
in
what?
High school.
Oh, because like the workouts are and stuff
completely
like that?
different. Also, I never like did weights a lot during high school. Everything is just completely different. The schedule is different, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So we had like boot camp. We had 2-a-days. We just had 4-hour practices. Like it was just like very strenuous. And then like we had like a whole schedule like of a study hall or like other extra things that we had to do.
Right.
On top of like going to classes and actually having classwork.
Yeah.
So
that's what comes with being a D1 athlete.
Yeah.
But you also get like the nice facilities.
It is a lot nicer.
You get to play on TV. The clout.
I get to sit on the bench.
Oh,
that's the thing too. Like I feel like when I went on my visit, like I knew what I was capable of. And obviously, like if you're a freshman, it is harder. Like you have to like show yourself and prove yourself. But it's hard to do that whenever like the coaches don't actually give you the opportunity to do so either. Like even in practices, they don't.
Mm-hmm. But as a freshman though, it's like there's so many people that you have like seniors now. You have like fifth years, like yourself right now. And I feel like coming in as a freshman, a lot of freshmen expect to play as a freshman, but they don't. And I feel like that's the reason why a lot of people leave their schools that they're at too.
I think I left more so because of like outside factors alongside like basketball. Like I got injured. Like I was injured a lot, and I also got sick a lot. And I don't know if it's because like my body was like super stressed, so everything was just like a lot more. But whenever I got injured, they literally would have me go to do treatment, and then I had to leave. I wasn't allowed to be in the gym, wasn't allowed to be with the team, but other people would be injured, and they were allowed to be in there.
Oh,
and it was just like what?
Yeah.
And then there was like a time where like freshmen are supposed to be seen, not heard, which is like I've always been a leader, so why now do I have to be quiet? Mm-hmm. And if I have something to say, I'm gonna say it. Like
that is true. You will say it.
Like I'm just gonna say that. Yeah. So,
what did you hurt? What was injured?
Oh, well, I had really bad shin splints. Like really bad shin splints. Then I had a concussion. I got sick like 3 times. There might have been something else, but I don't even know.
When you say sick, though, like
probably was COVID. Honestly, you wouldn't even know. But like, no, I was like real sick. Like I had to go to the emergency room. I was just like,
you had to go to the emergency room.
Yeah, I was not well.
Like you were dying.
Yeah, basically. So, but I think that just had to like that's all of my injuries and the sicknesses. Mm-hmm. That's like what I would say. That's what my freshman year was. That's what I felt like. Like I cried every day of the week. Like it was terrible there. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was terrible. So were like your teammates good, like your friends and stuff like that too, or was that kind of rough? No, I think that also was like a problem. Like I didn't have like my own person there, and like me and my roommate were like okay, but we didn't always fully get along. I kind of felt like the odd man out. I don't really know what that was or why that was the reasoning, but I had one person that we were like really close, and then like she started playing more, and then kind of fell off. So it's just like,
yeah.
I had one friend, like a really good friend that like helped me get through my freshman year, but she was like a volleyball player. She was also a senior, like she was outside of basketball.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah. And your freshman year was what year? 2020, 2019?
2019,
to 2020.
Yeah.
So that was the year that COVID happened. And COVID happened after your season, though, huh?
It happened right whenever we were supposed to be going to our conference tournament.
Oh, go to your conference.
But I was sick, so I wasn't even there at the conference tournament.
So you didn't really even get to experience all the D1 stuff.
No. I think D1 is a lot more hyped than what people think it is. It's
really?
Just, yeah. Like, yeah, you can get a stipend. Okay.
And all the NIL deals? Well, I guess NIL wasn't a thing
it wasn't even a thing back then, so it couldn't even benefit from that. But it's not. I think a lot of people do go and play college sports because they love it, because I feel like if you really don't love it, like not even the slightest, like you're not going to be here just so you can pay for your school.
Oh, yeah.
Like I genuinely believe that like, if you do not love it enough or anything, you're out of there. And you will figure out a way to pay for college.
Yeah.
But just D1 as a whole, like I think some coaches and some people like really do enjoy their school and like enjoy every single part of the D1 stuff, but I think there is definitely a misconception. People think it is something that it really is not.
That's interesting. I've never heard anybody say that before.
They're lying.
They're lying.
They're lying. They're lying.
I mean, I've heard of like all the like the workouts and stuff like that, which obviously that's not, I'm not doing that either.
Burnout is real.
Yeah, yeah. But did it take away the love of basketball for you?
I think so. I think I also was like, I'm not a quitter. I did want to quit really bad though.
Yeah.
I really was so done. But it was like I started, and yes, that wasn't like the year that I wanted, and it didn't go not even like a little bit how I thought it was going to go. But I felt like I guess I can give something else another chance. And I had a friend that came to Loyola. I didn't want to do any more recruiting. I didn't want to be a part of the process anymore, but Loyola did offer me at some point, and they did like me. And so I reached out to my friend and then like the coach, and they were like, okay, we'll take you. Like, we'll bring you here with open arms. So I was just like, okay, bet. It's convenient. I have family here in New Orleans, and then like give another chance. So
get another chance. Are you happy you took that chance or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am. I think it's been still like a roller coaster, but like I am happy. I think that like that was the best decision that I could have made for myself.
So if you didn't come to Loyola, you think you would have stopped playing basketball, or you would have thugged it out?
Oh, I would not have thugged it
you
out.
Wouldn't have thugged it out?
I don't think I would have been able to be at Sam Houston.
Oh, okay. So you would have to transfer like no matter what, or you're not playing basketball anymore.
2 weeks after they were like, no more schooling. So and I live 45 minutes from Sam Houston.
Right.
So I was able to just be home. I didn't have to be on campus or anything at all. So 2 weeks after, I was just like, I called the coach telling her how I felt. She didn't really make me, like, I was going to like consider, because there was like seniors on the team that obviously played before me that were leaving. Like, I knew what it was, so it's like I could have possibly adjusted, like, I guess, grown up some. And I don't think anything could have been as bad as what my freshman year was. But whenever I was talking to her and explaining my concerns and how I felt about it, she didn't make me feel like anything would change.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't make me feel comfortable or, like, wanted either. So I was just like...
Yeah. I have heard that, though. I've heard, like... Because I feel like everyone wants to go to these D1s. They always have someone up next. So after a player's like, oh, I don't really want to be here anymore, then just like, see ya. Yeah. We'll get somebody else to fill it up.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But now you're at Loyola, which is
Loyola.
great. And how was that? So coming to Loyola your sophomore year.
Yes,
right?
Sophomore year.
COVID was still a thing.
It was.
And you had to practice with masks on and stuff.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I guess, I don't know. I think it was more nasty than anything. Like, you have these paper masks and you're sweating and they're sticking to your face. I think at some point we were able to take them off and on, but it wasn't bad. I do think that I performed well my freshman year when I came here. I mean, whenever I was moving in, I was crying. I did not want to come here. I was just like, I made the wrong choice.
Really?
But yeah.
Why'd you think that?
I don't know. I don't know. I was just like, I can't do this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to be there. But I also didn't want to leave home.
You didn't want to leave home?
No, I was at the point I was just like, I want to be close to home. Maybe because of my freshman year, I was like, I need to be able to be
somewhere else,
arm's reach of my family, my mom. Yeah.
So, but none of your family stays in New Orleans anymore?
My sister was here, so that was one of the reasons why I was like, okay, because I had someone here. But freshman year with COVID, it wasn't, honestly, I feel like that was a really great year.
Really?
All around, yeah.
Well, that's good. You And you made friends easily on the Loyola team.
Everybody's cool
and stuff.
Yeah.
So it felt like more of a family.
Yeah, 100%. Everybody was a lot nicer and more welcoming and like, yeah.
How was your? Did you play a lot that year?
I did play a lot that year. I had a concussion that year as well.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. No surprise.
I feel like everyone on your team gets a concussion.
At some point, someone has probably had a concussion, or thought they had a concussion, or something.
Because what are y'all hitting y'all's heads on though? That's what I'm trying to the ground. Other people.
One of my teammates elbowed me in my jaw, and that made me have a concussion. But anything, you be going really hard in practice.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I guess y'all do be playing too rough. Y'all be throwing.
It's like a scrimmage the whole entire practice too.
Right. I'm just like when I'm walking in the gym and y'all are. I'm just like, can y'all chill? Like shoot some free throws, huh?
Exactly. That's what we should do, actually. But yeah.
But that's good though. So coming into your junior year, which was last year.
Year before.
What are you, a fifth year now?
Yes, I'm old.
Going into your junior year, you're getting a lot of playing time at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're getting recognized, for a lot of different, what would you say, records and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's the competition difference actually from Sam Houston to Loyola?
Well, I don't know how I even can really compare because I didn't play.
Oh, okay.
Like I probably had an average of like 15 minutes the whole entire year, my whole entire season at Sam Houston.
Really? And
that's why I was like, I understand I'm not gonna play, but like,
I
could have played if you gave me the opportunity to play.
Size wise, were you one of the bigger people on Sam Houston? I think
that also could have been it. Like I was like, I would be considered like in the middle of like a 3 and a 4, but she had me not really at a 4, and there was bigger people.
Right.
Like I'm just like medium tall, I guess.
Medium tall, because I feel like at our school, people aren't really that big in NAIA,
not at all.
Right? And I was watching the LSU and who they play, South Carolina game. Was that yesterday?
Yeah.
And those people are huge.
No, they're ginormous.
Oh my gosh! Because Angel Reese is 6'3".
Yes.
And then the person that she was guarding was bigger than her.
She was bigger than her.
And I was like, these people are freaking humongous.
Yeah.
So then you come down to our level.
Yeah, everybody's like a lot
everyone
smaller.
is
like I'm
the tallest person on the team is 6 foot.
Exactly.
And I guess that gives you more playing time, obviously. But you get to bully people too, huh?
I don't like to be a bully. I guess I'll post up if I have to.
Post up if you have to?
If I absolutely have to. But I do not like being down in the paint. I don't like being on the block. I like to be on the outside, and then I'll drive to the basket. But I don't really like posting up for real.
Why not? You don't like getting physical?
Not at all.
Really?
No, my body's too fragile for that right now.
Too fragile?
Yes.
Have you had to deal with any injuries besides, like a long-lasting injury? Besides, like, the concussion and the shin splints?
No. I had a concussion this year again, but I was out for like a month and a little bit of change. Like, that was the longest I've ever been out.
When was that?
In the very beginning of this season, but like before we even like
before y'all even started playing games and stuff, so that didn't really matter.
And then I ended up getting like some knee in the back, and it caused like spasms and stuff. I don't know, but I was out for a little bit for that.
So you never really
I've never had
like injuries,
like a really bad injury. I've never had like really bad injury. It's just been concussions.
Just been concussions.
Yes.
It's just been concussions. That's funny. So playing basketball, what do you do like outside of basketball? Like what's life outside of basketball?
Well, last semester was a lot more chill because I didn't have any classes. This semester, it's classes again, and then I have a job.
You have a job? Oh, you work at Vandal.
Yes.
You like working there?
Sometimes more than others, but like, it's cool.
You get good tips.
Yeah. Get good tips. I've met a lot of people, so it's like cool. But I just be tired, so it's kind of like the hours are just not what I would prefer.
Right. And I was looking at your stats before this whole thing, right? And last year, you went crazy for some reason. You led the entire team, literally every category. What did it say? Led the team in points, rebounds, blocks, double-doubles, and field goal percentage. Wow. So you're basically the best person on the team, basically, right?
You said that, not me.
Stop being humble. You That's pretty cool though. Have you like what's that like being the best like having the best stats and stuff? You think about that often or no?
Yeah. The thing is, like, I really love to win. So at the end of the day, it's like, yes, we won. But whenever I started playing, I don't know what happened to me last year. But like, I like to set goals for myself from the beginning of the school year. Because if I don't, I realize that I don't like play at my full potential as I think I could. I don't know. I just be kind of going through the motions. But my junior year wasn't what I wanted it to be. So last year I was just like, this is what I wanted for myself. And so like I came in here and like I did that. I do think it is nice, like being recognized for like my talent, and like on top of that, like whenever new people come in on the team, they like can look up to me. But with all of that, I do place myself on like this really high pedestal. So whenever I don't get exactly what I know I'm capable of, it angers me because I'm just like, bruh.
Yeah.
Like, I could have done this better.
You're hard on yourself a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just beginning in my head.
So what's your like preparation like to reach those goals?
I just have to like talk to myself, like really like talk to myself and like try to calm myself down before the game, and then as well as in the game, I have to do the same thing. Like I have to like think about it and like just calm myself down. I also ask like for my coaches like, okay, was that a bad shot? Like, what do you think about this? Because like I have to know what I'm doing, but I don't want to do anything crazy because like I want to be able to get my teammates the ball too. Like it's not just like a all about me thing. I'm a very much team oriented person. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool. When you said that you didn't live up to your expectations your junior year, why not? What happened? What did you want to happen?
I don't think I had anything like necessarily in mind. That was a problem. Like whenever I first came to Loyola, my sophomore year, I was like, I'm gonna be newcomer of the year.
Okay.
And like I got that, and I did exactly what I needed to do for that. Junior year, before I got to school, some things transpired, and I think I was just like kind of stressed out the whole entire year, and then had another concussion, and they said this was wrong with me, and I was just like, bro, like it was just too much. So I think I was just like really stressed on the beginning and wasn't able to focus on basketball or like, you know, have a balance of focus with basketball. So I was just kind of there, and my playing time wasn't the same in the beginning of the season either that it was once before. Oh. So I kind of just felt like, I guess, pushed aside in a way. Yeah. But I just think the whole year was just like all over the place, and I was never able to like just
focus up,
be leveled out, and just have like a really good mind space. Yeah. Like, I didn't have that. It wasn't there.
So you came into last year.
And I was like, I'm going to be player of the year.
Player of the year. Yes. You got all these goals set. Yeah. And then you achieve them. Yes. And y'all won. Y'all have a ring for conference.
Yeah, we have a ring for conference tournament my sophomore year and my junior year. And regular season for sophomore year and junior year. And then regular season last year.
What happened? Like, why not the conference tournament last year? What happened?
No, we did have an injury in the conference tournament championship game. And then on top of that, we all have like these pre-game rituals. Okay. And I don't know what happened that morning of the tournament game, but it was just, we were all like rushing. We like had to get ready at the gym itself. I think that was a factor. Like everybody wasn't in the right mind space, being able to like go on the court. Shoot, they started warming up and I still wasn't ready yet. Like I think we were just all over the place. I don't even remember the game like as a whole or how I played or anything like that. I know I wanted to win. We all wanted to win, but like things were not going how we wanted them to go. Right. And we just fell short.
I mean, it happens. It happens. So, but this year, you're gonna win like all of it or what?
All of it as in like the national championship.
Yeah, that's what we've been waiting for.
No, the guys did it. Exactly, the guys did do it.
So why can't y'all do it? What's going on?
I really hope that would be really nice.
That would be really cool.
That would be really nice to like get there. I do think we have to just take it one step at a time. We do have like a really young team right now. Yeah, because everybody they're
graduated.
Buckets, though, that's for sure.
They're buckets.
Yeah, they are. Like they're really good. But it's still like they're still learning. So
this team is different from like all the other teams that you've had.
Yes, I feel like so like my sophomore year, junior year, and then last year. We had like basically the whole like everybody was the same. Like we probably had one or two new people, but for the most part, like it was the same team. This year we have 7 new people and then 7 old people. So it's I would say it's a new team. And then not everybody had a lot of playing time last year because of how many people we did lose this year.
So people are getting more playing time now.
Yeah, and like we don't know how to play with each other. Like, or we didn't know how to play with each other in the beginning of the season because like it's a whole new team. Right. Things are different than what they were before, and then you haven't played, so we don't really know what that chemistry is like on the court.
Got it. But this is your last year.
It is my
so
last
you
year.
really you got to
It's
step
wrapping
up.
up.
You gotta be a
Exactly.
leader to
Of course.
lead all the new people on the team.
Yeah.
And try to win the national championship,
Yeah.
which is obviously difficult. But
Yeah, a lot of games.
Obviously, because I feel like every game that I've been to, y'all blow out the team that y'all play. I don't know if I go to these terrible games that the other team just sucks, but it's never been like a close game ever that I've seen y'all play. And what happens when y'all get to postseason? Is the team just like so much better in postseason?
Not necessarily. I think for the most part, a lot of the teams that we play in season, they're better like drivers or like, you know, like they score in the paint or maybe like a jump shots. And every time we get to like postseason and like the opening rounds of the national tournament, it's always people that like shoot threes. The ones that like just cut, and then they shoot threes. And I don't think that we ever have the opportunity to really guard that throughout the season because nobody's really doing that. So I think it just catches us off guard sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, that makes sense because what defense y'all do? Like, y'all play man at all?
Play man to man. And then it changes, like, based on if you can shoot threes or not. Like, if you don't shoot threes for real, then we'll just play a zone.
Right.
You're not shooting threes.
And playing a team that shoots threes a lot.
Exactly. It's a lot.
That's a lot, especially if you're playing man.
If it's all of them, exactly.
Yeah, he's so much running around. You got to catch up to people.
And you better hope that you're there.
Yeah, and then you got to contest a shot that you're not going to block anyway.
Exactly, and it's probably going to go in front of your face anyway. So. But I don't know. I really do think we're capable of it. Like, there's been a lot of games this year where, like, the refs have, I don't know what it is about this year, but, like, the refs have been a lot worse than they have in the past 3 years. Like, a lot worse.
Yeah.
But there's been multiple games where I'm not going to say, like, we were lucky, but, like, things were just, like, in our favor, like, despite the refs. Like, I didn't play in a tournament they played in, and then the other team ended up getting called for a tech because they didn't have any timeouts left. Like, what are the odds that actually happens and we're down by 1 point? And then we get to shoot 2 free throws. Like, that happened. And then we had a Faulkner game and our William Carey game. Those were really, really close games. We're down by 2 points, and then we run a play, and, like, Taylor hits a 3.
Yeah.
So, like, we are very much capable of, like, winning games, and I just hope that, like, we continue to do that throughout the rest of the season. Like, we were able to do it.
Yeah.
We just have to, like, really focus on, like, the smaller details for us to be able to do so.
Right. So it basically, like, comes down to, like, 1 or 2 plays that decide the game, really. Yeah. And you got to clutch up in those situations.
Exactly. We have to.
So, like, are you ever, like, nervous in those situations? Or are you just always...
Sometimes, like, in the last games we played against Faulkner and William Carey, and whenever we were down by, like, a couple, I've realized, like, there's no point in freaking out about it because, like, at the end of the day, I think if you were supposed to lose, you're going to lose. And if you're supposed to win, you're going to win. I'm just like, you know, it's fine. And then, like, we have to play like we've been playing, but not, like, get crazy and go do things in a hurry. Like, you'd have to do exactly what you've been doing.
Right.
And I think we're a really good team. And I don't like to hoops. You know, so we just have to play like we've been playing, and I think that will help us like be on top. Our last game, we lost, but like I think that from the very beginning we were like rushing.
Okay, so is this like so y'all have the talent to do it, y'all have the ability to do it. It's just more of a mindset kind of thing. Yeah,
and I think I don't know. We just need like help like learning certain things. Like some people, we just have to learn a little bit more.
Yeah,
but we need to learn a little bit faster because the conference tournament is coming up.
When's the conference tournament?
Oh,
that's not till what?
Week of February
March?
Or something?
Oh, February.
No, yeah, it's in February.
Oh,
I think it's in the second week, maybe the third week. I'm not really sure.
Before or after Mardi Gras?
It's right after Mardi Gras.
Okay, that's
I think like the weekend following Mardi Gras.
That might be the third week. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
And then the national tournament will be like a week after.
Oh, so y'all are like coming up on those. Like, yes. That's like right around the corner.
Exactly. Isn't that scary?
That is
my last
scary.
Games. Like, we have to win. I cannot go out with the L.
Last games ever.
Exactly.
That's so. I think it was either in the fall or last year, but I think it was last year. But you were thinking about playing overseas.
Yeah, that's still in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
I'm really trying to figure out what my body feels like, and then like really think if it's somewhere I want to go, because like never had experience with that.
Right.
And all the people that I know that have played overseas, they come back after like a season, which like I mean can still be like a good experience. Like you go for one season, then you just come back. I think my choice on going to play overseas is literally going to come down like to like the very like after the last game. Like I'm not gonna know prior to then. I don't think.
And it's basically just like what your body's feeling
what my
or
body
where you're
feels
going.
like, and like where I'm going, what my pencil is, and like.
I think you
ready
should do
to
it.
be done, or
I think you should do it.
Do I want more?
Send it.
But I think I might have to.
Just because, like, even if it is for just one season, like you go there for one season, you come back and you start your life. Like you have your whole life to work and do all that.
So why not play?
So why not? Why not go play in Europe for a year or two and make? I don't know how much do they make money like that.
They do make money. I think it depends on where you go. It obviously depends on where you go, but like that's also a factor. Like, I mean, I guess it's better to be getting paid to go play somewhere. I mean, in another country than just here. Yeah,
but and it also gives you an excuse to travel.
Exactly.
That's what I was like, because I know one of the guys on the baseball team played overseas after here, and he said he loved it because they paid for his housing and everything.
Yeah, you get your housing paid for. So like your housing is paid for. I'm pretty sure your meals are paid for.
Yeah.
I talked to somebody else, and like if I wanted to do more schooling, I could like take classes, and then everything is paid for, and then I'll get like a check.
Yeah.
So I think that's like really convenient because like why not?
Schooling like what though? What would you want to?
Well, I was a psychology major. Right now I'm getting my MBA, but like I felt like I could have gotten more schooling with my psychology degree.
Yeah.
Don't think I want to be a therapist or anything like that, but I do feel like a bachelor's degree is not enough. For just,
100%. I'll tell you that.
Like psychology, like come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Exactly. My bachelor degree is not getting me anything right now, so I'm getting a master's too.
Exactly. It's not enough at all.
Yeah. But do you know what you want to do in the workforce or anything like that?
Okay, so if I don't go play overseas, or even if like I do and when I come back, I'm planning on going like applying to do an internship with the FBI, and then I'm gonna find something within the FBI.
FBI? Yes, where'd that come from?
Listen, I was gonna do it last year and like apply for an internship, but I was too late. Okay. Then during the Christmas break this year, I was gonna do it in January because I got told it was in January. Well, when I looked, it was filled up, and you have to wait till September. So I want to do something that like really pulls at my brain, and I want to do something like within psychology, like with the government too.
That's interesting.
So I'm just like, the FBI can be a fit somewhere in there. I'm gonna make something work, but I think that'll be fun and interesting, and I'll actually enjoy my job.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool actually. So you get to deal with crime scenes and stuff.
Something like that.
And interrogating people. That would be pretty cool. Exactly. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty cool. Fun, so. Yeah, that would be fun. Let's talk about the LSU game that y'all played.
The LSU game that I did not get to play.
You didn't play in that game?
No, I didn't get to play.
You were hurt?
Yeah, I was injured.
Concussion?
No, it was like my back.
Oh, that's when they
it was like
need your back?
Yeah.
Dang, is that why y'all lost? Because you weren't playing?
Yeah, probably.
Did you get to travel to that game?
No, I was.
No, you weren't even there?
No. I was actually asleep for like majority of the game. Because I'm meds. And then I woke up and it was like the last quarter, and I was like,
yeah, they didn't perform
I do think it is intimidating when your tallest person isn't there, and then your tallest person, even if she was there, we're still all you're 3 feet taller than 3 feet, 3 inches taller than everybody, shorter than everybody else. I do think the environment was something completely different than what they've experienced. What they played in. I did play against LSU though my junior year.
Oh, okay. So the year before that.
Yeah, and but they were also a completely different team.
Yeah, totally different team. They have all
new. Can't really compare that either.
What was that like though? Was there a lot of people at the game?
Not as many as it probably was on whenever we played them.
Probably. Yeah.
There was still a good amount. Like the stadium is huge.
Yeah.
And then like the lights are completely different. Like it's nothing compared to Tulane either.
So. Because there's so many people that go to those games, and the stadium, the lights, and you got all
There's so many factors.
And it's just like. It feels like you're playing in front of just a million people.
Exactly. So it was cool though, and we were probably like down by like 5 points at halftime. Really? I don't know what happened after halftime, but we were like there for like majority of the game, and it was cool.
That is cool.
So
I wish you were there last year. Or this year.
Me too. I really want. Like I was excited. I was so ready to play too. I was so ready to play. Because
it's like you're going against. The best
I was
so
ready to play
because they won the championship.
Exactly. There was no way I was gonna even. I was trying, but there was no way I was gonna be able to be healthy like within that one day. Because
I would have been. Tuesday. I would have been healthy. I wouldn't even care. I wouldn't have told nobody, and I was gonna be there. If I were you, I would have played.
It hurt to walk. I literally had to walk. I hurt to get out of my bed. I could not do anything.
Oh man,
it was bad.
That sucks. I just want like. and I know y'all lost by a lot.
Yes.
I'm just saying, but like the level of play that it goes from a D1 to our level has to be like enormous, huh?
Yeah, I honestly believe, okay, maybe not LSU and us, but I do think that like any team can beat any team.
Yeah.
I don't know about like 5-footers compared to like 6'7" people, but like I do think that any team is able to beat any team. Like we've played D1s before, and majority of the time like it's been like close games, and then like at the very end maybe they pull away a little bit.
Yeah.
Like last year I think we played like Lamar, and that's not like a top D1 school. And I think that's it. Like we could probably play like there's a lot of different conferences, but like Big Ten, the SEC. Like you don't have to do all that. But some other conferences, I do think that we'll be able to really compete with.
Yeah. So, with these different schools, do you think it's a skill difference and a size difference, or do you think it's more of like a size difference that makes it?
I think honestly, it's a size difference, and then like yes, skill difference. But like I was at a D1.
Yeah.
And I could have still been at a D1, but now I'm here. I do think like you're able to like fit in wherever you go, and like you're obviously at a school for a reason. So I think depending on where you're at and how long you've been there is how like you develop your skill. But I also do think that people like that play at D1 schools, like their confidence is way higher.
Yeah.
So if you take an NAIA team and then you go play against the national championships of the NCAA,
right,
your confidence is nowhere compared to what they have. So I think that plays like a really big part in like who ends up coming out on top of some of those games.
Yeah. Dang, I was gonna ask what y'all were thinking about going into that game, but you weren't even there. I was like, what? Like, I wonder what they were even thinking. Like, were they like, oh, we got this, guys, or just play your best, like we're gonna lose?
That's the thing. Sometimes the staff is just like, we know what the outcome is probably gonna be. Not those words verbatim, but like but like just play your game.
Yeah.
And whatever happens.
And
happens.
whatever happens.
Yeah.
And then on the LSU side, they're probably like, if y'all lose to these people, then y'all are getting cut.
Exactly. Probably.
That is so funny. So would you ever aspire to play in the WNBA? No. Just because there's no money in there, or you're just not interested?
I don't think I'm interested. I don't really like. Yeah, you're in the States at least. I guess that would be like cool, like to be able to play somewhere, still get paid, and like. But I don't know. I don't think basketball is like my end game at all, and I feel like ever since I started playing basketball, like my whole identity has been basketball, which I'm not really a fan of. So I just am like the WNBA. I feel like is more long term than playing overseas.
Oh, okay.
And I'll go play overseas for my couple of seasons or one season or whatever it is, and then like I'll be like, okay, I'm coming to terms with it. It's my last season. Like I'm done. Like I'm cool. But I feel like with WNBA, it's just like, not really my cup of tea.
What's the difference though? Is it like a longer contract with the WNBA or something?
I feel like it is one, but I really wouldn't know. But I also just don't think like I feel like also like the WNBA compared to like overseas is like D1s and then like NAIAs or like people that go to the WNBA, like they have like a whole draft. Like you're not like getting recruited. You're not like being like there's like a whole draft. Like you pick your top picks, and like some people like get thrown up in there, and then maybe you or maybe not you don't make it. I think whenever you go into like overseas, it's like you have an agent, you have someone like seeing what like these countries and their teams like what they need and stuff like that, and then like that's how you get recruited for their team, and then like you can actually go and like be on the team.
Gotcha.
Like they're like, okay, we want her, and you get signed.
So it's more like a college deal.
Yeah.
Than getting drafted and playing on a team.
Because some people that get drafted with WNBA, they think they're on the team, they try out or they they practice or whatever, then they end up getting cut. I'm not finna do that.
Yeah. She said, I want to play.
Exactly, I want to play, and if I'm playing, I'm playing, because then people have to start over.
Yeah.
You're waiting to see what you're gonna do next.
That makes sense. What did your mom think about that?
Your She's like here for it. She was literally just texting me. She was just like I'm sad. Like the season's coming to an end, and I don't want you to be sad or anything. But it's just like I really enjoy watching you guys play, and like season's gonna be wraps for real.
Wraps.
Like, the time has been going by so fast.
Yeah.
And it gets faster and faster. So it's like if you want to go play, you go play.
Yeah.
Like you take advantage of what's your body. You use a privilege to be able to go and play, so go and do that.
That's pretty cool. That's what I'm thinking about all the time. See, this is my last year too.
It's like,
and it's like, I've been playing baseball for 22 years of my life, and it's just gonna stop.
Yeah.
But I came to terms with mine though.
Yeah, I thought I did for like a brief second, but now I'm like, actually no.
Every time a season goes by, I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like I'm good without baseball. And then my little brother, he's a senior in high school right now. So like over the summer, he plays in his little leagues and stuff. And I'll watch him. And I'm just like, dang, I wish I could be out there for real. And I was like, maybe, I don't know. It's gonna be hard. It's probably gonna be hard to let it go, honestly. Probably. But
that's like when I go home, like my friend, like she plays in like this little league. I go and play games with them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not the best. It's not like the best basketball you ever seen, but like it's still fun to do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I would do something basketball all the time. Like I go into the gym and play basketball.
Mm-hmm. You never thought about being a coach?
I think I would lose my mind if I was a coach.
If you're,
I literally think I would lose my mind. Like unless I had like the top recruits in every like, I would not be able to do it. I don't think I'm able to do it. I literally coached a student faculty game and I was losing it. I was losing it, and these people don't even play basketball, and I'm losing it. Like I would have put them on the line.
So you can relate to your coach when y'all think she's crazy. You would be like, I'll be doing the exact same thing. Yeah, I realize
the subbing, everything. It probably is not the easiest thing to do, but like.
Yeah, okay. I couldn't coach either. I just cannot dealing with kids and all these people thinking they know everything. All these emotions. And I'm just like, okay, if y'all don't figure, especially if we lose something, I'm gonna be like, if y'all don't figure this out, bro, y'all making me look bad. That is so funny. Well, that's all I have for you, Sandra. Oh. That was good though. That was good.
I enjoyed being here.
Actually, let's end on your goals for this last season. Because it's coming up to it. And I know a lot of the season already happened already. Yeah. But let's talk about your goals and stuff for this last part of your college career.
Well, I was player of the year last year, so I told myself that I cannot be anything less of that this year either.
Okay.
So that is a goal. We ended on 2 L's last year. Mm-hmm. That was the opening round of the tournament, national tournament, and then the conference tournament. Mm-hmm. So I was just like, we're not doing that either. Like, I am not taking any L's on my last year here. Like, okay. It's like end of college career for real.
Yeah, it's over.
Like, I got lucky with the 5th year. So I just hope that we can come out on top with conference tournament, and then as well as that, win games in this national tournament too.
So, player of the year. You're on track for that, yes or no?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you got to win a ring.
Got to win a ring.
Yes. How many rings do y'all? So y'all have a conference tournament and national. That's it. There's no regional.
We have regional, like not regional. What's it called? Regular season champs.
Regular season champs.
Yes.
And then there's a conference tournament.
Yes.
And then there's a national tournament.
Yes.
And those are the 3.
Yes.
Okay.
So for regular season, it's like just basically the top person.
Right in the conference. Yeah.
So I've won that for the past 3 years.
Yeah, of course.
We have not gotten all our rings for that, but we have won all 3 of those. So really, I think I should have 5 rings. Right now, I think I have
2. 1 for every finger. You only have 2?
I only have 2. They've only gotten us 2, but best believe I will be having 5 at some point.
Okay.
They better not play.
Because then y'all gonna win. The amount of press that the guys got after winning there. No, it was
insane. It was like
was crazy. Well, it was the first time in the school's history for one.
That would make sense.
Right? Yeah.
But they also started off the season like crazy, like beating these D1 teams and like. See, it's possible.
It's possible, but we had Miles and Zach. Like, and bro's playing with the Mavericks. Yeah. Where's Zach at? I haven't
seen Zach. I'm pretty sure he's at a school in California.
What, Marquette? He left. He left Marquette.
But I'm pretty sure he's at a school in California right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But yeah, watching Miles go from NAIA to the freaking Mavericks.
Yeah, I'm actually really proud of him though, because that's what he said. I asked him one time, I was like, "Are you gonna play overseas?" And he was like, "No, that's not what I want." And he did exactly that. He's on track for where he wants to be for real. So
that's good. You still keep in touch with him, or just like
I talk to him every now and then.
Every now and then. Yeah. But the press over that, the city was going crazy. Exactly. You had the news here.
I want to win so bad.
And then you get all the press. So nice. That would be nice.
To end on a win.
To end your last year.
Only one team ends on a win.
Yep.
In their season.
And it'd be your last year. It would be perfect ending.
Exactly. And then I might actually be okay with not playing basketball anymore.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god, I want to win so bad. That'd be so nice.
That would be actually crazy.
I have to get on my hands and knees.
You better teach y'all freaking team to figure it out.
Figure it out. We have.
Didn't y'all just lose yesterday?
Do not say it like that.
Yeah.
You can't win everything. I was saying that was our one L of the season. You know,
that was,
to do
that's
it now,
only,
so
that
we
was
don't
your
do
only
it
loss.
later. Yeah.
Y'all played Faulkner. Yeah.
The rest were trash, though. I'm not gonna lie.
And y'all lost.
The rest were absolutely terrible.
The refs were terrible.
Yes.
You know, I've never heard anyone say they were good refs. I only hear refs when they're bad refs.
But sometimes they're like decent.
Yeah.
Like they're like okay. Like there's never like a great ref. No ref is gonna ever be perfect and see every single call. Now it's one thing if they're not calling for both teams.
They weren't calling for both teams.
But if they're calling for only one team and then like people are getting thrown to the ground,
and they're not calling anything. Yeah, so. That makes sense. Yeah. So I've given you a good 40 minutes to think about your advice to give to people.
Yes.
Of
what type of people? Like student athlete people?
People that want to play basketball in college, people that are in college, people that are going through hardships in college, like whatever advice. Just
okay. Well, I think I've gone through all of these.
Exactly.
So, you know, just student athletes in general, I do say, like, definitely put yourself first. Like, if you feel like you need a mental break, take that mental break. Like, it is imperative that you do that and you just, like, take care of yourself. Because, like, you can also lose yourself and then you're going to be like, okay, basketball is not it. A lot of things are just not it.
Yeah.
And that might not be the case. You're just not taking care of yourself. And, like, ask for help if you need help. People that want to play basketball, I don't think that I ever really took the time to, like, have a trainer for real. Like, I've honestly just been blessed, like, with my talent because I never went out of my way to really train or anything like that. But if you want to be like playing and you want to like get these accolades and things like that, I say like actually take time for your craft, like work on yourself and like help yourself get better and take care of your body. 100% take care of your body because I feel like my body is falling apart. So like make sure you're doing that, like drinking enough water, hydrating, eating every single day, like do exactly what you need to do.
Yeah.
And then is that it? Oh, and hardships. I guess if you're going through hardships, like, find someone that you can talk to, whether that's, like, a friend or, like, even if you can form, like, a really good relationship with, like, with your coach or, like, your trainer or someone, like, find someone that you know you can depend on so you don't feel alone in those hardships because that can be tough on people.
Well, good.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on the podcast,
Thanks
Sandra.
for having me.
Of course. And if y'all enjoyed this episode, check out the next week's episode. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace.
Yes. Peace.